What if 5 simple morning declarations could completely transform how you experience your entire day? There arrives a point when you understand that genuine strength doesn't come from changing your circumstances, but from mastering your internal dialogue. These 5 statements, when absorbed into your morning practice, will fundamentally alter how you approach challenges, relationships, and your own potential. Every morning presents a sacred space before obligations descend, before notifications demand attention and external pressures mount. There exists a pristine mental canvas. That initial conscious moment determines everything that follows. It's where your emotional trajectory gets established. It's where your focus gets directed. It's where your personal power gets claimed. Most individuals forfeit this precious opportunity. They reach for devices, absorb others' curated realities, and immediately sacrifice their inner stillness. But Stoic philosophy offers a more deliberate path, a more centered approach, a more resilient methodology. Marcus Aurelius observed in his private meditations that our lived experience reflects the character of our thoughts. This isn't abstract philosophy, it's practical psychology. Your first thoughts construct your day's foundation. Your internal narrative establishes your life's tone. That's precisely why you must begin each morning with purposeful declarations, with phrases that fortify, guide, and connect you to your deepest values. Today, we'll examine 5 potent statements drawn from Stoic wisdom, phrases that speak fundamental truths, statements that carry transformative weight. Let's begin. First declaration: my resilience defines me. Before external voices plant seeds of limitation, affirm this fundamental truth. My resilience defines me. Resilient in recovery, resilient in adaptation, resilient in beginning anew. Even when yesterday tested your limits, we frequently narrate our limitations to ourselves. We fixate on anxiety, uncertainty, and setbacks as though they determine our fate. But Seneca observed that difficulty reveals our mettle. Hardship serves as your training arena. Life doesn't defeat you, it develops you. You demonstrate resilience not through avoiding falls, but through consistent recovery. Consider those moments when you believed you'd reached your end, when you felt completely depleted, yet somehow found the will to continue. You've endured profound disappointments, betrayals, losses, confusion, frustration, and pain that threatened to overwhelm you. Your recovery rate matters more than your falls, and still, you persist. Declare it: my resilience defines me, not because existence is effortless, but because you've borne burdens others never witnessed. Second declaration: my worth is inherent. This one resonates deeply because many never voice it sincerely. They spend lifetimes striving to meet invisible benchmarks, attempting to appear flawless, impressive, validated, and esteemed. They begin mornings measuring themselves against strangers' highlight reels, people who project perfection online while struggling privately. But Epictetus taught that genuine freedom requires self-mastery. To master yourself, you must cease competing with external standards and recognize your intrinsic value. You possess inherent worth, not because you've accomplished everything, but because you engage with purpose, dedication, and authenticity. You matter because you persist. You matter because you feel deeply. You matter because you continuously evolve. State it each morning: my worth is inherent, not for others' approval, but for your own foundation. Because when you know your inherent value, you stop seeking constant endorsement, you stop pursuing external validation, and you stop diminishing yourself to fit environments you've transcended. Third declaration: I possess inner fortitude. Life will present tests, and it will test you during unexpected moments. Unplanned expenses, tense discussions, disrupted schedules, solitary evenings, periods of questioning. And during those times, your mind may whisper uncertainty, But you must replace that whisper with conviction. I possess inner fortitude. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that external events don't distress us. Our interpretations of them do. Your perception shapes your suffering, not the circumstance itself. When you declare, I possess inner fortitude, you're not ignoring difficulty. You're affirming your capacity to remain centered within it. You've navigated greater challenges than this present moment. You've survived experiences you believed would break you. You've endured pain that could have consumed you. Your calmness becomes your competitive advantage. So when life presents difficulties, remind yourself, I possess inner fortitude, not with arrogance, but with quiet confidence. Fourth declaration, I cultivate tranquility. This represents a conscious decision, not a vague aspiration, an active choice, not a passive wish. Tranquility doesn't accidentally discover you. It's something you intentionally develop, guard, and prioritize. Seneca wrote that courage and freedom are inseparable, and sometimes courage appears as selecting tranquility when irritation feels more natural. When you state, I cultivate tranquility, you instruct your mind that external conditions won't govern your emotional state. You select composure over chaos. You select restraint over reactivity. You select clarity over conflict. You disengage from debates with those who relish argument. You cease over-explaining where understanding is absent. You stop responding to every provocation, every disrespect, every attempt to trigger your emotions. Tranquility isn't weakness. Tranquility represents strength. Declare it every morning, I cultivate tranquility, and observe how your energy transforms. Fifth declaration, I embrace life's unfolding. This proves to be the most challenging yet most crucial. We all desire certainty. We all want assurances. We all wish to understand how everything will eventually make sense. But life doesn't reveal its complete patterns simultaneously. It reveals itself gradually, painfully, beautifully. Epictetus advised not to demand events happen as you want, but to want them as they do happen. Embracing life's unfolding means trusting your own adaptability, your own perseverance, your own patience. It means recognizing that delays don't equal rejections and that uncertainty doesn't signify failure. State it every morning, I embrace life's unfolding. Trust that every struggle contains purpose. Trust that conclusions create openings for new beginnings. Trust that growth frequently arrives disguised as discomfort. When you embrace life's unfolding, you cease panicking about uncontrollable elements. You stop rushing processes that require time. You stop forcing situations that aren't meant to be forced. And suddenly, existence feels significantly lighter. Tomorrow morning, carry these declarations into your awakening. My resilience defines me. My worth is inherent. I possess inner fortitude. I cultivate tranquility. I embrace life's unfolding. Repeat them until they reshape your daily orientation. Doubt diminishes. Focus intensifies. In that quiet space between consciousness and action, you hold the capacity to direct your existence. These statements serve as anchors, simple reminders that maintain your stability when circumstances feel unstable. Speak them, embody them. If this provided you value, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to Stoic Mindset Mastery. Your engagement supports this community's growth.